Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I would also like to welcome Spirit and the Archangels into this reading and say thank you for the messages we are about to receive. This is a general reading for Taurus for 2019. Please make sure to watch your moon and rising sign for a more complete picture. I'm also doing the love and work readings and I'll be putting them into playlists. Those are the readings for 2019, so please make sure that you watch these. I'll link these playlists at the end of all my videos. I've also put the decks that I'm using in the description box, and I put in links to Amazon and eBay if you want to buy these decks. Now, if you'd like a personal reading, I put my email address in the description box, so please contact me, send me an email, or you can even go to my website and send me an email through the website. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if these messages resonate with you. So I've drawn up for the 12 months of the year, and each read has got an energy card, an archetypal card which says how you will react in the situation, a tarot card, and some cards from the Angel Tarot, which gives you a bit of advice. So in January, you've got, let's begin. January, you've got the health card over here. So maybe you're refocusing on your health, bringing about a new health regime. This is the beginning of the year, and it is, you know, the time where we make all these New Year's resolutions and decide how we're going to do things for the rest of the year. And it seems like you're no different. You're doing that. You're focusing on your health, and you know, you're putting. You might be changing the way you eat, the way you exercise, the way you approach things. So a lot of focus going on the health. Then you've got the mother card over here, so nurture, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth. So you are looking after something at the moment. You know, it could be that you are having a baby as well at that time, and you know, maybe this is why you're focusing on health as well. So this could be the case, or you could be just looking after things, giving birth to a new concept, a new idea. Something new is developing with you, and you want to bring that out. So you're coming up with a new idea with this mother card. This could also be a card that, you know, where you have, you may be spending more time with your own mother. So this maternal instinct, or this, it's almost like the energy of the Empress coming out of here, nurturing and spending time with your mother, or bringing out new concepts, that coming in, or even having a baby and looking after that baby during that time. You've got the Prince of Swords over here, so some kind of... this is the Lord of Misrule over here. So it's a card ruled by Gemini. You might be dealing with somebody who is causing a little bit of disruption in your life. Somebody who is, you know, maybe talking about you behind your back. With the Prince of Swords, it's some sort of something coming in very quickly, somebody causing a lot of problems, and, you know, they're bringing in, it's almost as though it's been caused by information, this kind of problem that you're having with this person. They might be very aggressive. You might even be dealing with the law or something legal, some kind of legal issue with this Prince of Swords. But it's a very quick energy with Gemini, being ruled by Gemini, and there might be some lies that are being told. That these lies prevent you from moving forward as well. You've got this closed door in the background over here. You've got the Six of Air over here, so things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation and taking a trip. So whatever problems this person brings in, they do cause a little bit of havoc, but you move away from it with the Six of Air. So, you know, you're getting out of that kind of difficult situation. Maybe this is a very difficult person that you're dealing with, and you do move away from them with the Six of Air. And things seem to be improving after that. So this could be a legal issue, it could be some kind of legal decision, but it seems like, you know, you get over it and you seem to be moving on. This could also be, they talk about taking a trip, some air travel coming along for you, but I think it's basically moving away from any kind of problems that you have been dealing with, you know, and you're getting over it. So a lot of focus on health and, you know, maternal caring, the caring part of you, and anybody that, you know, if there's somebody that's causing any kind of problem, lies or problems within your life, you tend to get over it and move on in January. So in February, you've got a lot of physical activity going on over here. So you're very, very busy in February. You've got the Rebel card over there, so maybe people have been saying things to you and now you're standing up for yourself. The challenge to authority, to effect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve your needs. So you're very, very busy. You're being that rebel. You are if anybody is saying anything that you don't like, you're not accepting that anymore. So you are now coming to your own, and you are standing up for yourself, and you are making a stand for what you believe in. And you're very, very busy. You seem to be doing a lot of things. You've got the Ace of Swords over here as well. So you are cutting out all the dead wood from your life. And you are really being, it seems like with these 3 cards, there's a lot of energy, a lot of almost aggression, if you like, in your whole stance. You are saying what you need to say, and you're saying it on no uncertain terms. If there's any kind of legal issues, it's getting sorted out then and there, and you are winning any kind of battles that you are fighting. And with this Rebel card, you are going against any kind of, if anybody has got anything against your belief system, you are really saying your bit against them, and you're putting a lot of activity into it. So whatever you're doing, you're being very enthusiastic, you're putting that energy into it, and you've got, it seems almost like boundless energy to sort out these problems. So February seems to be a month where you're sorting things out, you're getting yourself in balance. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation, compromise, and wait for perfect timing. So it seems like you're getting things sorted out in February. You're taking control of things with the balance card. You're bringing the balance back into your life. You're deciding what makes you balanced, and if things have been upsetting you or upsetting your balance, you're getting that in order, and you're doing it with a lot of aggression and enthusiasm, and you're being very vocal about it with this Ace of Swords, and you're using your mind quite a bit. So there's a lot of intellectual activity going on over here, but also a lot of physical activity. So you're just employing all your senses, and you're sorting your problems out in February. So it seems like in January, people seem to be trying to give you a bit of grief over here, but you're not taking any of it. In February, you've got yourself back on track. You're sorting out that situation. So in March, you've got nature here. You've got Samaritan here, the world, and the 9 of Earth. So with nature, it might be just getting back to nature in itself, or really doing practices that put you in touch with nature again. So, getting your health in order, following more natural cures, and, bringing back that concept of the earth back into your life again, and that seems to be the case. You might be just taking a break as well, and you might need to actually take a break to get back to nature as well. The 9 of Earth also talks about getting back to nature, so you might need a little bit of a holiday here and reconnecting with the earth, really. A Samaritan is that somebody there to help you out. So you are going to get a helping hand if you are having any kind of problems. It's almost like you're being rescued from that situation quite unexpectedly. So if there are any problems there, it looks like there's somebody there that will come and help you, catch you when you're falling. It's almost like there is a helping hand. You've got the world, so that whole concept that you were dealing with for 2018 now comes to an end in March. So it's almost like the end of a karmic cycle. You end up an old job situation or old money situation, all seems to end, and it seems like you're getting ready now to start a new cycle. You might also be dealing with people on an international world front. So you might be communicating over the internet. You might be communicating to a very broad audience. This could also be a card where you're traveling quite a bit as well. You've got nature here, so you might be traveling, doing some world travel where you are in contact with nature, but certainly, there seems to be a lot of movement and a lot of ending of things that are not serving you right now. This could be with your work. This is a Saturn card, so you might be ending an old job, but there's definitely a big lesson that was learned, and it seems like you've reached the completion of that lesson. Whatever karmic lessons you've learned, Saturn ends it now in March, and all those lessons now you take with you, but the hardship seems to have finished now with this world card. You've got the 9 of Earth over here, so you've attained your independence, something that maybe you didn't have before this. You've got enjoying life's little luxury, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So if you've got any jobs, that's going to be if you're starting your own business, that's going to be taking off in a big way. But also, you've come into your own with this Nine of Earth, and you're very independent, and you're being admired by a lot of people as well. And you're being very successful in what you're doing. It's also, like I said, a time to get back to nature. So maybe you're going to be taking a holiday where you do a lot of self-reflection, a holiday alone where you do self-reflection and realize how much of power you have in your hand. But also, this is a card that brings in money. So you are going to be financially independent with this card. And that's happening in March. So in April, we've got Compassion, Angel, the Eight of Swords, and the Sun. So Compassion, talking about caring for other people, and with the Angel card next to it, it looks like you might be involved in helping people or taking care of people, lending a hand, for no financial reward, but just for the sake of being able to assist people. And, it brings it's bringing out that very, very caring nature for you. On the other hand, it could be somebody that comes in to help you out if you are in need of help, somebody who is going to be doing it and giving you that love or support that you haven't gotten for a long time. Now you've got the Eight of Swords over here, which says short-sighted. So you need to look at the bigger picture and don't feel so trapped. Usually Jupiter in Gemini, this is a card with Jupiter in Gemini. Usually, Jupiter is the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the long distance vision. With Jupiter, it's very short distance, close to you. So you're not seeing the bigger picture of things, and maybe that is why you're feeling so trapped, and you're feeling as though, you can't get things done, and you feel like, everything that you're doing is not working out. But you need to actually get out of that kind of thought, because there is a bigger consequence to whatever happened to you, and you need to start seeing the bigger picture. You're not as trapped as you think you are. There are people there. Maybe people have been lying to you, around you, making you feel as though you are insignificant, but you are not, because there's a bigger reason for everything to have happened to you. It didn't just happen by randomness. It happened because there was a bigger concept that you had to conquer. And you've got the Sun over here. So don't be depressed and feel miserable in that situation, because the next card that follows is the Sun, which is happy outcome, brilliant ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. So you need to get out of that feeling that you're being tied up, restricted, or you're being oppressed, because the Sun comes up, and that just means the universe is opened to you. So where you're in this small little thing about being tied up in this little sword prison over here, actually the whole world, the Sun is available to you, and it looks like there's a happy outcome. All that hard work that you've been doing now starts to pay off big time, and you've got some brilliant ideas, and you've got a lot of success coming in, and that is in April, towards the end of April. Then in May, you've got spirituality, dilettante, the Ten of Wands, and unity. So you are getting to grips more with your spirituality in May, and this is the time of your birthday. So you're starting to look around you and start counting your blessings. You're also reviewing or revising your spiritual beliefs. That's quite important in your life. So you're starting to appreciate things, and you're starting to realize that there's no need to be superficial. You have to look at long-term goals, or long-term gifts, rather than the small materialistic things. So you're learning the bigger picture of life. The Ten of Wands, you've got the end of the oppression coming on in May, so things are lightening up over here. Your work, all that hard work, it's going to pay off. Tens are endings of cycles. With Saturn in Sagittarius, it almost shows that Saturn is restricting the Jupiter, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. But that particular concept now comes to an end, because that oppression is now over. All these burdens that you've been going through comes to an end, and you start taking the power back. You can see this person's got lightning in their hand. So you're taking that power back again, and the oppression is over, because the 10 is the end of that oppressive cycle. You've got unity over here, which is your card, really. It's the Hierophant card. So you've got traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors or like-minded friends. So you come into your own with the Hierophant card over here, and you're putting out your message to very vast groups of people. And you might be using a lot of traditional teachings that are going on, but you're becoming a world teacher with this unity card, the Hierophant card. So the end of an oppressive cycle, and your message going on to a wide audience, a large audience. So you are on the spiritual path of becoming a universal teacher, and this is what it seems to be happening in May. So whatever you're teaching is going to change things on a universal level. So you're having quite a big impact. So in June, you've got forgiveness, athlete, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Water. So there's a forgiveness card coming up over here. So you might be reaching that point where, where somebody's done you down, and you've reached a point now where you have gotten over that problem, and you are now you've got the ability to forgive and forget and move on. So you're finally moving on from whatever problems that you faced. You're coming to terms with it finally, and you're moving on. And with this athlete card, it looks like there's a lot of you're going to be quite busy. There's a lot of strength coming in. It looks like there might be if you have any problems with your health, there's definitely a return of health with this athlete card. So you're feeling on top of your game, on top of the world, really, as far as your body goes. You can control things, and you've got that strength of spirit and personal willpower. Everything comes back, and you're very focused with this athlete card as well. So very busy, moving around a lot, but a lot of energy as well with the athlete card. You've got the Queen of Wands over here, so you might have been dealing with an Aries person, because this is the sign ruled by Aries. Maybe this is the person that you have to forgive for whatever they've done to you. So whatever this person is, you might have to forgive them, and in order for you to move on with this Queen of Wands. You could be encountering a person who is a fire sign, but with this forgiveness card, just before this Queen of Wands, it looks like this is the person that you have some bone to pick with, and it looks like you will have to forgive them in order for you to get over whatever problems. You also have the Knight of Water over here, which says falling in love, the need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. So it looks like this is the time where your new love interest comes in with the Knight of Wands, and it looks like there might be some sort of event that you get asked out to. There's a new cup coming, so it looks like it might be a social event, invitation for you to go out and meet a new person. This person might bring you a lot of happiness, something new, somebody new coming in that is going to bring you that emotional support. It could be a new relationship coming in June. So in July, you've got leadership, warrior, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Water. So you're getting into that position where you're taking charge of things. You're being seen as a leader, and that is the energy that is coming out for you in July. So, you're getting your message across, and people are now seeing you as a leader. You've got the warrior card over here, which is showing strength, skill, discipline. So you've got a lot of power in your hands now. With the warrior and the leadership card, you can see this person's got the lightning in their hands. So you are making things happen, and you've got that toughness. You've developed that toughness and discipline from the hardships you've been through, and that's given you a lot of skill and a lot of power in your hand. You've got the Seven of Pentacles over here, which is Saturn in Taurus. So there's still a bit of financial problems over here, financial restriction, with Saturn being a very restrictive planet, and Taurus ruling your personal money. In July, you might have a bit of, you might need to hold back on spending and tighten your belt. Make sure that you have sufficient resources, but definitely put a rein on your finances and your spending as well. And if you don't, Saturn will do that anyway for you, because it will restrict the amount of money you have. So restricted resources coming up in July for you. With the Eight of Water, you have a desire to move on and look for something more meaningful. So you're leaving behind an old situation and finally walking away onto a new path. And that's going on in July. So you have left the old concepts behind, and that person that you used to be is no longer, and you are now moving down your own spiritual path in July. And in August, you've got love, gambler, temperance, and the Emperor. So it looks like you're going to have to take some kind of risk, maybe new love coming in for you, and you're going to have to take that risk, that leap of faith. You don't have all the facts, but you're going to be following your own intuition over here. And, you know, even if other people are shedding doubt on the situation, it looks like you're going to be taking a very calculated risk, and it looks like new love is coming in for you, and that is coming in August. And you've got the Temperance card over here. I need to find balance. It's a card ruled by Sagittarius. So a lot of expansion. You might be doing some traveling as well with this card of Temperance, but definitely very, very balanced and, you know, very healing energy as well. And you have a new path that you're following as well. You've set your goals on it. This Archer is aiming for that Jupiter, and it's a card, it's a planet of expansion. So you are really improving on, you know, increasing your spiritual awareness, but you're also finding a new path, and you're seeing the bigger picture of life. And like I said, there might be some travel as well involved, but a lot of healing as well coming in for you. And you've got the Emperor card over here, so you're very organized, very logical, very secure, very disciplined, and you're in that leadership kind of position. The Emperor could also be talking about some kind of legal matters that you're dealing with, but you know, it seemed maybe a judgment passed over here, but there's a lot of structure and discipline in which you're dealing with things. There is, you know, this will have a positive outcome. You've set your sights on your future, and you know exactly what you want to do. So it looks to me like more than a legal case, it's you taking authority, taking control, and very much being a leader. The Emperor is a leader of leaders in the tarot, so you know you're taking on a very big role of authority, and that's coming up in August. So there's something that's coming in, maybe a new love relationship coming in, and you're taking a bit of a risk on that. But as far as everything else goes, you're taking on that leadership role, and you're finding your path, and you're finally going down that road that you meant to be on. So in September, you've got follow your dreams, and of course you can see with this Temperance card, this person is now has a goal in sight, and the card that follows in September is follow your dreams. So you've got that goal, and now the cards are asking you to actually act on whatever dreams you have. So it's no use just having that concept in your head. You need to do whatever concept you have in your head. You need to bring it out, and you have to manifest it. So follow your dreams in September. And the second card is the Shapeshifter, and you have to adapt to that situation in order to make your dreams come true. It also needs, you know, you need to meditate and get back to yourself again, you know, change your level of consciousness. You need to connect with your spiritual self in order for you to achieve these goals. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, a big change coming in for you, and it's got Jupiter. So your dreams or whatever it is, it seems to be on that spiritual path, because this card, the Wheel of Fortune, is ruled by Jupiter. The Shapeshifter card is, you know, about following and meditating, is about the Jupiter concept as well. And following your dreams is about that spirituality again. So you are going to be following these dreams, and it's going to be more of a spirituality thing, it seems. You've got the Buddha right in the middle of this Wheel of Fortune over here. So it's something that you've always wanted to do, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance and a lot of expansion, especially with Jupiter, and a lot of luck. Make sure you're not overindulging in anything, any kind of addiction, because that would just take you to the bottom of the wheel, and that would not be good at all. So make sure you're keeping your sobriety, but also focusing on your spiritual gifts and following those dreams, those manifesting whatever you need to. And if it means that you need to meditate, you need to do that. You've got the Strength card over here, so you're conquering a lot of things, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. So you are achieving as well, and you've got a lot of strength of character with this Strength card. And it looks like, you know, if you have any health issues or concerns, that will get better, especially even with Jupiter preceding it. It looks like everything is going to just improve for you, and you know, you're now following your own path. You're not listening to anybody else anymore. In October, you've got Adventure, Scribe, the Ace of Pentacles, and you've got the Seven on Earth. So it looks like you're starting off something brand new. So you've set a goal in August. September, you're making plans on how to do it, and in October, it seems like you have a new adventure. You're starting something brand new. So you're going down that path, and you have manifested, and it is something brand new that comes in for you, an adventure. This 55 equals 5 plus 5 equals 1, so it's a brand new cycle, and it's going to be something you've never done before, and something very exciting. You might be writing as well, so there's preserving knowledge and information, so you might be even writing a book. So maybe this new adventure is that you start writing, or you start publishing, or you start bringing something where it's put down in writing, so that you're starting something. You can see this woman's writing. It says preserving knowledge. It doesn't look like it's studying. It looks like you're actually writing something to give to the world. So you might be putting down a book, or writing articles, writing things, blog sites on the internet, but certainly preserving information or whatever you've learned. You're now conceptualizing it and putting it out to the world. You got Ace of Pentacles, so this is also a new concept, and it's going to bring in money. So whatever this written word is going to bring in new money and new wealth for you. This could also be a new job. It could be a new something when new money comes in for you. So this is the power of the earth, and you've got the pentacle in your hand. So this is conquering all your financial problems, a new job, promotion, things that bring in new money for you. And you've got the Seven of Earth. It's going to bring in enough money for you so you can invest that money and you can eventually reap it. So this is like a really good foundation, and now you're going to be able to bring in the wealth. So all of that is accumulating for you, and seeds well planted, it says. Temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So don't worry about it. Whatever you're writing, whatever you're doing is going to start bringing in rewards, and that's going to help you grow into something better and give you much more financial stability. And that's happening in October. Now in November, you've got teaching and learning. You've got the Queen, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Fire. So like it says, this is probably what you're at. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've learned is now being given to the rest of the world. So you're in some sort of place where you're inspiring others, teaching, and you're also learning at the same time. So you're giving out information. You're taking on that role of a teacher. The Queen is showing that you are very, very much in authority of whatever you do. You're in charge. This could well be the Queen of Pentacles. So you are very, very much in charge and on top of things, and that's going to be generating money. So maybe whatever you're teaching is going to be the thing that brings in your money or your wealth for you as well. You've got the Page of Swords over here, so some information coming over here. Whatever happens, stop feeling like a victim. You've got this is the thing that will bring you down. Maybe there's some kind of information coming into you that's going to be a bit upsetting, because you've got the sunlight going into the snow, so it's going to be a bit upsetting, some information coming for you in November. So just be aware of that. It's more information rather than any kind of legal issue. It could be something to do with legalities, but be aware that that can cause a bit of upset for you. And it might be to do with deception. So something coming in that makes you feel, takes you back into that energy where you feel like a victim, like you feel like you've got no power. So some bit of information that's a bit disempowering, that attacks your self-confidence, coming in for you in November. But you've got the Ace of Fire, so you've been through the mill already, and you've already got the power. So don't let whatever you hear, or whatever information you are bring you down, because you've been through even worse than whatever information is going to be coming in. So just know that you can conquer, you can sort that problem out. So there's a new opportunity coming in for you, a career advancement and a change. It says change your life right now. So although you've got some information that is a bit upsetting, maybe you don't get what you want, things don't go quite your way, maybe you were supposed to sign some sort of contract and that doesn't work out. Towards the end of November, there's something new coming in, a new opportunity coming in that's going to give you back your power again, and it's going to cause some career advancement. So you will get over any kind of problem that you go through in, let's say, mid-November. But by the end of November, it seems like things will sort themselves out. You get a new job opportunity coming in. So in December, you've got relationship change, Advocate, the Three of Cups, and the Moon. So with a relationship change, it seems like something new coming in here. Maybe you meet somebody who inspires you to put compassion into action. So, maybe the way you're interacting with people has a complete turnaround, and, you become a bit more global in the way you're thinking. Maybe you meet somebody who inspires you, to do things that is very, do things for the world rather than for yourself, and you have a different outlook now. Maybe the people that you're working or you've been with, maybe you've given them the old friends up, and you're starting to make new friends that give you a new concept, a new ideal of life. So that looks like it's coming. It's the way you're interacting with people has now undergone a big change. Maybe, you know, with all your authority, people are now starting to respect you, and where you had low self-confidence, that is now blossoming, and people are talking to you or treating you in a very different way, and you're now becoming an advocate for things. You're now promoting things for a world, you know, things that will benefit the world as opposed to for personal gain. So you've now become you know, somebody who worries more about the bigger picture than the little details or the small selfish details. You've got the Three of Cups over here, so a lot of abundance coming in for you, and it's like you're going to have to sit back and make a choice. You've got Mercury in Cancer over here. You know, it looks like you're going to get everything that you want. It looks like you just have to think about something, and it's going to come your way, and it's going to be long term, and it's going to make you feel very, very happy. You've got this man being presented with these 3 cups, and you know, they're all coming at him with this, and he can't make up his mind. So you're going to have a lot of options available to you, and a lot of abundance coming in for you. It's just about you making a choice about what you want to do. You've got the Moon card as the final card. So important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So a lot of things are going in your way because this card is being preceded by the Three of Cups. It just shows that it's a very positive card in this case with the Moon, and you know, you're relying a lot on your psychic. That psychic ability has improved because it's preceded by abundance. So you've got this really the psychic ability has just sort of tripled, if you like, and you need to rely on those insights in order for you to make, you know, big changes in your life. And also, there looks like there might be help behind the scenes where people give you that assistance. So, you know, this Three of Cups is happening almost behind the scenes, where people are there to give you the help and assistance that you need, and all this abundance will come to you. So you know, and you've got a lot of psychic insights coming over here. So try not to be depressed or you know, feel as though things are not going your way. It looks like everything is going to come your way. And sometimes the Moon also talks about a lot of international renown, and it talks about, you know, being a lot of people getting to know you, and a lot of fame coming in with the Moon. So just beware that could be coming in December as well. So although the Moon, you know, when it's, you know, it's surrounded by negative cards, you think about confusion. But when you have this abundance card next to the Moon, you're talking about, like, you know, a lot of people getting to know you, and a lot of fame coming in. And there's a lot of, you know, psychic ability just goes up, because it's the Three of Cups is ruled by Cancer, and that's a very psychic sign. And you've got it next to the Moon card, so a lot of intuition coming in as well. So your psychic abilities are like on the spot there with this the Moon card in December. So really, you know, a lot of things coming. You're getting a much more international feel, or you're getting a lot of world vision, if you like, by December next year. So there's a lot of improvement happening with you. There's money coming in. So next year doesn't look like it's going to be a very financially trying year. It looks like, you know, everything starts going in your favor. You've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in, bringing in healing, and there's a lot of money coming in as well. You might end up writing a book or writing something that brings you money. You just need to balance. You're getting an idea of the big picture. There could well be a relationship coming in for you as well with in June. And you know, it means that you have a different idea about the way things are going in life. You've walked away from that old you, and you're moving into a different path, and that seems to be a more international way of looking at things, or you know, looking at things in a very different and more spiritual context, as opposed to just looking at things from your own point of view. So there might be a little bit of hassles going on in January with this Prince of Swords causing a little bit of problems, and you know, it might cause a little bit of disruption in your life, but you will get over that. You will get through that, and you know, February looks like it's going to start bringing that balance where you're now, you know, you're on fire really. You're saying what you want to say, and you're not taking anything from anybody else. You've learned your confidence. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to watch your love readings and your work readings that I will put out and link it at the end of the video. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.